Thanks for being here. I'm just practicing some ideas. Last time I did a live stream, 0 people showed up. So I guess it's just kind of a you never know what you're gonna get kind of thing. So anyway, I'm just sitting here practicing, coming up with some ideas, trying to put them together, and trying to make some new friends. So feel free to leave a comment and say hello. And there you go. Great to see you. Great to be hanging out. Hello, how are you guys doing today? Thanks so much. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much for the comments. I'm just reading really quick. So let's see. Where did I learn to play the guitar like that? Um, it's been a lot of years, I suppose. I started just like pretty much just like everybody else. Playing rock songs. My first song was, of course, "Smells Like Teen Spirit," by Nirvana. And it took a really long time for me to like be able to get that power chord. Um, but we finally got it. As far as classical guitar, I kind of just got into it on like, and this is really kind of the way to do anything. I literally like I had been studying music and stuff, so I had already had like some experience, but I basically just had some extra money and I walked by a guitar store and I was like, hey, you know what? If I got a guitar, I could study classical guitar. That would be interesting. And that was probably like around 20 years ago. And that's what it was. I was just walking by the guitar store. I had a little bit of extra money. I was like, if I got a guitar, I could study classical guitar. It's just an idea. Really kind of fun though, actually, because I was working at a video store at the time, and actually somebody that was always coming in, the like the guitar professor at like the local like college, always came in to like rent video games and stuff, and I actually got to know him because of that, and he was always like, oh, you're always listening to cool music. And I was actually and so we just started talking about the guitar and stuff, and then I was like, well, I just picked up a guitar, so like, maybe I could take some lessons with you. And that's literally how it was. And then it's just been like a really long time of studying a lot of different kinds of music. Not just studying classical guitar. Spending some time studying some like Brazilian stuff, some Indian stuff, so that's really cool. And then it's just kind of about building building what you have. And really what I'm doing with this little piece, just to like kind of get back into it really quick, I'll keep answering stuff in a second. So what I'm doing right there is I'm really just playing a scale. But how I'm doing it is, instead of just going or or all of the combinations that you could possibly do. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep things to different strings every time, so I always have that like kind of connected sound, other than this first one. But I have a slide in there. There's an open B and then a fretted C. One of the easiest ones that you can do is C, D, and E like that. Just because it's right there. You can learn easy melodies that way, like something like that. Anyway, so now I'm just babbling on. Let's see, what other stuff do we have here? I tried to play the guitar once too, but I didn't really know how, and it sounded terrible. But on you, it sounds wonderful. Oh, well, thanks so much. Again, one thing to remember about the guitar is a really weird instrument. Just because, like, if I go over to the piano and I play one note, it just sounds good on its own. The guitar can be kind of a challenge, just because, like, you get excited because you pick it up, but then if you've never really done anything with it, it's like your sound isn't together yet. So it's kind of like it's that learning curve. One of the things I tell students all the time, though, is you have to love the guitar more than you care about sounding bad, right? And that's always kind of been one of my things, is like, I don't really care if I sound, I mean, like, I care if I sound bad, obviously, but I have no problem sounding bad to do the work to get to the place that I'm sounding good, right? If that makes any sense. So, how much time does it take to create some ideas? It kind of depends. Some things just come like right away. There was this one time that I was riding my bike and I just had this idea. I was riding my bike and I was just like, huh, if I did this little idea, what would it sound like? Would it work out? And I got off of my bike. I was thinking about it the whole time. And I came in and I basically just like had the entire song right there. It's this one. If you guys have listened to any of my music, you might know this one. Like that. Uh, so that was an idea that just like came to me. And then it's just like, it just kind of depends. It's just kind of about staying open and, yeah, being able to do that. So, great. Um, aw, thanks so much. Can you play Terraga? I can play a little bit of Terraga. Do I have it memorized? Like, that was not like my best rendition of that, but some Terraga indeed. These are some great comments. But after these explanations, I'm not in. Is that a dollar sign? It is a dollar sign. So it's dollar sign, Nickus dollar, Niku dollar sign. I'm sorry that I can't pronounce that, but thank you so much for the awesome comments. But after these explanations, I understood that it does not just mean a few threads put on a piece of wood. It means life. That is right, indeed. 6. I haven't played this one in a little bit. I do know how to play other instruments. One of my other like main instruments is the flute. I've actually been playing the flute for I guess almost 30 years now. So that's pretty crazy because I started playing the flute when I was 10. I did take a pretty long time off from it, but and especially in the last few years, I started taking lessons on the flute. The flute was one of those instruments that just like even like when I was in the 5th grade, it didn't really come quickly, and even when I tried to pick it up again as an adult, it really didn't come that quickly. But I put a lot of time into it, so yeah. And then I also play the piano. I teach, so I teach the guitar, the flute, the piano, and I teach voice. So there you go. Great question. Yes, indeed. Awesome. Cool. So see if we can get back to ideas now. You guys want to know something about like I find this really like I'm just kind of nerding for a minute, but I was like I have you guys ever noticed something about classical guitars that's actually really really cool? Classical guitars are really set up in a way. This is just like a random thing that I was like thinking about. Um, Classical guitars are set up in a way that everything is actually like mapped out in a really like cool way. You can really see how like the overtone series like works on the guitar. Of course, on but especially on the classical guitar, right? Because modern guitars have, like cutaways and all these different things. Of course, you have 14 frets up here, but classical guitars, you will notice that the first really big like lineup happens. Your 12th fret is boom right here with the body. And of course, now we call that a 12 fret, right? So it's called a 12 fret, I guess. But here's something that's really cool, because this guitar only goes up to a B, right? That means that right here at the final fret, you have more harmonics right there. So they're actually really easy to find. And then the like kind of double octave is right here in the middle of your sound hole, right? I just think that that's kind of interesting and fun. So let's try one more. We're gonna go like this. There we go. Great, awesome, cool. Well, it's been almost 30 minutes. Course, the traditional ending. I'm going to call it for today, but I hope that everybody has an awesome Labor Day. I hope that you are not laboring, so hope that that's going well. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for the awesome comments today. One thing that I mentioned this earlier, but the last time I did one of these like live stream things, literally 0 people showed up. So it was just kind of me just like practicing by myself for like 25 or so minutes, which is fine. That's what it usually is anyway. But anyway, I had a really nice turnout today, so thank you so much for being here. If you want to continue hanging out, feel free to subscribe. What was I doing? Oh, like this thing, like that kind of thing. It's actually just the harmonic minor scale. Yep. So maybe next time we'll talk a little bit more about the harmonic minor scale. But until then, I hope that you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you next time.